we decided to show you some highlights from the first 45 minutes of that international friendly game that was played yesterday, or early this morning as the case may be, Nigeria against Greece. One more friendly and we will be hitting Brazil for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Welcome to Sports Tonight this midweek. My name is Tony Bitoye. Just looking at that first half of the first 45 minutes, you probably think that the Eagles were on the back foot all through that game. But the second half was a lot better for Nigeria. We created chances, didn't put them away, but at the end of the day, it was Greece 0, Nigeria 0. And we are starting off the show on that note, asking my guests, Onyebuchi Machuku and of course Tunde Koike, starting off the show with me this Wednesday, asking what their opinions are about yesterday's game. Let me start with Onye. You saw the game live. First 45 minutes was forgettable. You saw the Greek were just creating chance after chance, and if not for maybe Vincent, probably we will have considered some goals in the first half. But the second half was a lot better for Nigeria.
Yeah, quite understandably, Tony. Some of them were playing for the first time. Recall that against Scotland, Keshi used that match to see whether he could include some.
Make up his mind on his final squad.
For the first time, they are playing together. So I don't. But besides, Keshi could also test his team on how to defend when they are not in possession of the ball. So it's a win-win situation for him. Whether we are with the ball or whether we defend it, the most important thing is to defend well. And they didn't concede. Like you said, in the second half, they came back to the game and they tried to score some goals and it didn't come. But the most important thing, like I said, is that they played the friendly. Whether we won or not is inconsequential. Keshi must have picked up a few things.
Lessons forward.
From that game. For instance, in the middle of the park, we lack creativity. Mikel was holding onto the ball, and
like one of the highlight we saw there when he lost the ball, we were almost conceding a goal.
And at the World Cup, you need to think fast. That's where I want Victor Moses to come in, as a playmaker. He thinks fast. But Mikel was holding onto the ball. And once you hold onto the ball, the defenders, the opposing defenders will close in on our attackers. We need to think fast. We need to throw that passes the way Sunday Olise used to do it for
quickly
before
you are closed down by your
opponent. For Rashidi Yekini, Beniro and Austin Okocha. Those are the quick passes that we need to unlock the opponent's defense.
Well, I'm going to come to Tunde to get his own opinion, but before I do that, let's bring you in and let you know that you can be a part of what we're doing, and also let you contribute to all that we're doing on the program tonight. What do you feel about that friendly game? I've seen all manner of reactions. Some have attacked the team, some have commended the team, some are in the middle of, not commending and not condemning entirely. So where do you stand? What do you feel about that game? Game played earlier on today. Nigeria against Greece, ending goalless. The second game that we're playing and ending in a draw. Tell us about it. What do you feel? Are these good signs going forward? Can this team get better going forward? 2 weeks to our first game. Can there be positive changes that will make us go to the World Cup and put up a respectable showing? Talk to us, take advantage of what you've seen on your screen via feedback, and be a part of what we're doing on the program tonight. Tune, let me come to you. Nigeria, Greece. People do not understand that in 1994, we beat this Greece team, we beat Greece 2-0. From 1994 till now, Greek football has grown in leaps and bounds. Their league has become good. Nigerians will want to go play there.
Yeah. Nigerians play there.
In fact, Nigerians are playing there. They had a team that played up to the knockout stage of the UEFA Champions League, and they have become European champions, and they are number 10 in the world according to FIFA rankings. So what can we pick out from this game? Is it all positive? Is it all negative? Or are you in the middle of positive and negative?
Well, I'd like to start by saying that, well, some excuse can be made for this team, whether anyone likes it or not. This is a team that played on Saturday.
But there are no excuses at the World Cup. You have 4 years to prepare for the World Cup.
This is a team that played on Saturday, traveled on Sunday, got to America on Monday, and played on Tuesday. So I still want to blame the NFA for not arranging the itinerary properly. But be that as it may, they did play a friendly match. What I saw in that friendly match was mixed emotions. I saw a team that did not show conviction in defense. I saw a team that was showing over elaboration at times.
That's the mistake we're talking about.
Exactly.
This could have just been.
That would have been
because
and at the highest level of football,
Vincent was out of position at that time.
Out of position.
I mean, this was not good, and I'm sure. Look at it.
This is the
lose the ball.
This is the over elaboration that I was talking about. I saw a team that did not exhibit or know how to go about breaking down its opponents. We talked about the fact that there was no creativity in the middle coming from the midfielders that he listed in this team, and it was always going to be how he was going to open up his opponents via the flanks. Breaking down football very simply, there are three ways in which you can breach a defense. You either go through it, you go around it, or you go over it. As it stands now, we cannot go through any defense. It is very unless we start unless we try some
look at this one.
This is what I talked about conviction in defense. That sometimes that you just clear your lines first and regroup, and that is why we have a world-class goalkeeper in Vincent Yama, but there's only so much he can do. Despite all the fantastic saves he made against Argentina at the last World Cup, we still ended up losing. And we cannot continue to depend on Vincent Yama to save us. There are also the fact that, like I said, they were particularly clueless on how to break down their opponents. They still tried the same thing all over again. Yeah, Victor Moses, which they found was our most potent weapon, when they found that out, they continued to double team and gang up on him. And if that happens, we're in trouble.
A worry for us during the qualifiers was the fact that we were not scoring many goals. It was one goal. Well, we defended it by saying Emenike wasn't there, was injured. Emenike came in, we were scoring 2 goals, some from the penalty spot, but we were scoring 2 goals. We were struggling to score goals. Now, we are seeing that problem again. We lined out easily the biggest lineup in terms of our attacking play for the World Cup. This is about the best that we can have going into the World Cup. I mean, Emenike was there, Musa was there, Moses was there, Osaze was there. These are about the biggest that we'll be expecting to start and score goals for us at the World Cup. 90 minutes, not 1 goal. Well, if you saw these are highlights from the first half. It's a pity we can't probably get you some highlights from the second half as well. We created plenty of chances. Moses came close. Emenike came close. A lot of our players came close in the second half. We didn't.
I wouldn't say plenty. We created chances.
We created chances in the second half. We didn't put them away. That should be a worry.
Yeah, so it's a big worry because you need to score goals to win games. And yesterday, just like we have highlighted, the midfield was totally, non-existent. And you saw Osazo Denwenge
falling back most of the time, thereby making mistakes.
Emenike falling back.
To come and win balls.
Falling back. So there was a problem with the midfield. If we had, the midfield that could throw passes, that could create chances, then our attackers would be in the position to score goals.
With balls at
they were doing double work as far as I was concerned. How can you come back? When you come back, you are already covered by the defenders. You don't have clear-cut chances. So we need to work on that midfield.
And to buttress what Oyin is saying, sorry, and we also did not see any good dead ball. We did not see a good corner kick. We did not see any
good free kick. The closest we came in the second half was a free kick that Ambrose Efe got at the end of it. And
even that was not even a convincing.
Let's look at that. Are there positives from this game? For me, I think in the second half, Yobo did well. I mean, our worry going into the tournament was, what kind of player is Yobo? Is he just going there on sentiments to make 100 caps? But Yobo came in the second half. The defense was better organized. Omeruo was solid. Efe Ambrose moved to the left side of defense when Echejele had a slight problem with his muscle.
Very good account of himself.
And gave a good account of himself. Odulami came into the right, didn't do too much, but did what he was told to do to defend. And also, they were stable at the back. For me, that's a positive sign. What other positives did you pick from the game?
Yeah, Tony, you have said it all in defense. You need a leader in every department, in the defense, in the midfield, in the attack. And that's why everybody, Chelsea fans, are always clamoring for John Terry, because he may not do much, but that aura. That was what Stephen Keshi was doing when he was the captain. You tell them, I've done it before, you move for this tackle, I will stay. Organization. Everybody knows what he's doing. And that was what Yobo brought into the team. But Omero also confirmed that, I mean, he deserved a place in at the World Cup. You know, he played so well.
Ambrose Efe as well.
Clean tackles, you know, in the air, good intervention. Ambrose Efe also impressed me. You know, his recovery rate has improved tremendously. That was, you know, used to be his
weak points. Will go forward and not come back on time.
There was a situation where he lost the ball. He recovered fast, you know, and made amends. I think defensively, they may have had, you know, problems in the first half, but they came back in the second half. Then midfield is the issue. What kind of combination will Kessie play? Is he going to? Honestly, when Ruben Gabriel played against Scotland, we saw that urgency. Many people may not agree, but we saw that urgency. We need urgency in the midfield to put the attackers on their
quick
toes.
Release of the
quick
ball.
Quick release of the ball. That's what we want. So that you can catch the
opponents out of position.
Nothing.
But from what Keshi said, he was trying to play a possession-based game in order to
press your opponents.
In order to control the tempo of the game. Obviously, that didn't work. So if you don't have if your plan A is not working, you must have a plan B. And if the plan B is if your possession game is not working, you should now think of quick passing, interchanging of passing, 1-2 touch at the edge, at the final third in order to break down your opponents. Because, like we said, it is difficult breaking through the defense, and the fastest way you can do it, like Arsenal normally does, is very quick touches at the final third. We can break into your opponent's vital area. And finally, one other negative I saw was that when Echejile was injured, I would have expected Ejumon or Shaniwa to have been brought into the pitch. But the fact that he moved Ambrose Efe to the left and brought Odunlami to the right probably gave the impression that maybe he's not particularly comfortable with Oshaniwa. Maybe he was just trying out different combinations.
Oshaniwa not being physically ready for that game.
Or maybe just trying out different combinations.
Is Joker.
I don't know the Joker as a left back. Well, anyway, but
Lilian Thuram scored 2 goals in the
as a right back.
As a right back in the
and of course, Philip Lam plays as a left back and is right-footed.
And he's probably the most valuable player on the pitch.
Well, we've seen all of those things. We'll come to your comments as we go on. But let's go on a quick break. During the break, we will bring you a report put together by the sports desk on Nigeria's reacting to Keshi's 23-man list. The list was released a couple of days ago, but Nigerians are still reacting. Some believe that's a perfect squad that will go do Nigeria proud. Some still are raising doubts about the exclusion of certain players from that list. So we'll go on this break. You will get that report, and then we'll be back for more on Sports Tonight.
Here I come with my voice, here to win. It's my choice. You can dream if you believe. Give it all you've got.
Yo, listen, losing was never an option. I've always been destined to win. Yo, my speed and stability.